I'm Jeremy Adams, Director of Community Outreach for At-Home Specialized Senior Care. Check out this clip from when Denny Lanane, Chairman of the Madison County Triad, stopped by the Community Connection Show. Okay, Denny, you mentioned law enforcement agencies sharing crime reports. What kind of things would we learn from being there to hear about those?
Well, there's a long list. Telemarketing is one thing that's really big. People calling and telling people they won money and trying to get them to send them money to get their money and things like that. That's just, they're not, if you won a lottery, number one, find out whether or not you've ever been in that lottery or not. How do you win a lottery if you've never been in it? They got home improvement scams, people coming around and wanting to work on your gutters, fix your driveways up, do your roof, whatever. Make sure that you don't let somebody come in there and start doing work for you unless you check them out, because some of these people are scammers and some of them are just not good workmen. And you'll end up with a guy that's trying to do his best that'll do you a bad job, and there's nothing you can do about it. But scammers, they get your money and they do a hurry-up job and get out of town. And so you're going to get hurt if you don't check out your the different backgrounds of these people before you let them work on your house.
Yeah, I mean, off camera, you even shared a story of somebody actually calling you and trying to, of all people, trying to get you to send them some money.
Yeah, it's my grandson. It was a grandparent scam, and they called and I answered the phone, and the kid said, "Hi, Grandpa." And I thought for a minute, I thought, well, maybe it was my grandson out in Texas. And he started telling me about getting pulled over by the police because he was with another guy that was driving, and the other guy had drugs in the car, and they took them both to jail, and he needed to get money to get out. And I knew right away that it was a scam, and I just went along with him. And I said, well, how do I do this? And he said, well, I'll give the phone to a detective here. And so the detective come up with this thing about going to the drugstore and getting these green dot cards and putting $500 on 4 cards and then call them and give them the numbers on the back of it so they could get the money off of it. So I finally got tired of playing games with them, and I finally said, look, that wasn't my grandson that called, and you're not going to get any money, and they hung up.
and had you gone and got those cards and given them the numbers to access that money, then you would have been out the money. And
you get it. It goes right to them. They once there's a number on the back of that card, and they tell you to scratch that off. And once you give them that number, they can go to a different place in that town. It might be in Texas. It may be in New York. It could be in Nigeria. They can get those numbers, and that money comes right off of that card and goes into their checking account. If you want to get in touch with Triad or want to know when our meetings are, we meet on the 3rd Thursday of every month at the Mountains Mall in the theater area, and the meetings start at 10:30 a.m. and people start getting there around 10 o'clock. We have coffee and refreshments, and you can call me on my home phone number, 644-8077, and my email address is qparadine with the number 1 @gmail.com. And I want to thank Jeremy and Community Connections for giving me this.
This has been a Community Connections production, bridging people, care, and possibilities.